It's that time of the motherfucking hour. True crime time. Cops discover real-life horror movie off dirt road. Fuck out of here, Fiverr.
On September 9th, 2016, following a 911 call that abruptly cut off just as a woman was screaming for help, two deputies from Royce City, Texas head to a rural road where they find a hysterical woman desperately trying to get aid. The following report is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now.
What's going on?
My husband, he went to go help me. My Jeep is stuck around the corner, and he's been shot in the head. Please, he's around the corner.
Come here.
The guy took it. I don't have it. He's on my phone. I don't have anything.
Come here. Have a seat.
Please.
Stay in here.
Please. No, please go around. He's terrified. Please go. Please.
Whoa. They started this bitch off crazy.
She said he's down here. He got shot in the head.
Please go.
Our Jeep is stuck down there.
Oh, they starting this bitch off hot.
The deputy rushes to investigate the situation, updating his partner as he makes his way down the road. The woman, on the other hand, is left secured in the vehicle.
Please tell me something. Come on.
Oh shit, hold on.
Please.
Soon more officials begin to arrive, including an ambulance.
Please, go back there, please, go get him, please. No, is he okay? I have blood on my hands. And I ran. That's all I did. I don't have my phone. I don't have anything. Please let him be okay.
Why did the officer act like nobody was there?
I can't do this alone.
As the woman continues to panic in the back of the police vehicle, the deputy fills the arriving officials in on the situation.
Out there. He's sitting in the middle of the road in a real nice Jeep, vehicle running, head double. Okay. Looks like he's got a wad shotgun up at the side of his head. Like close contact wound, but there's no burn. There's no gun.
Yes, sir. She's got phones on her arm. I don't know if you guys want
What?
to see that. I don't know. Well, you've seen her yet. Well, I'm going to want to talk to her, so.
The ambulance is brought back up the road, notably without the woman's husband inside.
Where are they going? Where are they going?
I mean,
Where are they going?
She's then brought to the ambulance to be checked out and is soon joined by Officer Meek, who will begin the arduous process of detangling the complicated story of what actually happened on that dark, rural road.
So your lungs are clear, okay? It's not asthma, okay?
Hello. You're 100% over here on the monitor. You're looking good. You want a little bit of oxygen to help you out?
I want to. Okay.
Well, I got to get some information from you real quick, okay? Listen to me real quick. Let these guys do what they need to do, but you listen to me, all right?
yo, she tweaking
What I
the
need you
fuck
to do
out.
is in through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow your breathing down. Concentrate on that. So when you listen to him, when he's talking to you, the whole time I want you to think slow in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to give you a little oxygen. Calm yourself down. It's going to...
After some deep breaths, the woman reveals that her name is Chasey Pointer. After being read her Miranda rights, she agrees to speak.
Tell us what happened.
I was driving from Quinlan.
What were you driving?
My Jeep.
Okay.
And I was gonna meet my husband at the Jackson box. And when he texted me, I told him I was 3 miles away.
Yeah, slow down.
When he texted me, I came around the car and I went off the road. And I called him to let him know what happened. When I was on the phone with him, he said, I don't think I can make it down the road. So we walked up here, and we walked back to my Jeep.
So the gray truck right here, who's that?
That's his truck.
That's his truck.
He came out here to help me. And he
Wait,
backed the Jeep out. And
I'm confused. Came out there to help. Wait. So, huh? Wait. Okay, I kind of gotta go. I called him, let him. I was gonna meet him at Jack in the Box.
And when he texted me, I told him I was 3 miles away.
Yeah, slow down. Slow down.
Why couldn't she make it?
When he texted me, I came around the curve and I went off the road.
Okay.
And I called him to let him know what happened. When I was on the phone with him, he said, I don't think I can make it down the road. So we walked up here, and we walked back to my Jeep.
So the gray truck right here, who's that?
That's his truck.
That's his truck.
He came out here to help me.
Okay.
And he backed the Jeep out.
Basically, she hit the fuck up out of curve and fucked her shit.
The back of it.
And he came to help. Okay.
And I went to go get, and I heard a shot, and the Jeep started rolling, and I didn't see anything, and I saw a shadow. That's all I saw. And when I walked up to him, I yelled his name, and I just felt something on me. I ran. I didn't know what else to do, and I dropped my phone. That's where I feel. I don't know where my phone is.
Okay. That's all right. Calm down.
Oh,
slow.
shit.
I'm trying.
So was anyone else out there with you?
No, I was out there by myself. I
No.
told him
What the
Was it your husband? What's his name?
Robert Pointer.
Robert Pointer?
Yeah, he's a firefighter. I didn't mean to come down this road. I was good on the other road.
Uh-huh.
And I missed it. So I just took the next thing, and I was looking at my map. It's the only thing.
What's on her hand? I think that's dirt and blood, maybe?
You were looking at the map and what? You were looking at the map and what? Just breathe for me, okay?
That's my husband's blood.
Just breathe for me.
That's my husband's blood on me.
Do you have the mud on you because y'all were trying to get the Jeep
No,
unstuck?
I fell when I was running up here.
Okay.
While the EMTs check out Chasey, Officer Meek takes a few photos for evidence. During this process, she realizes something else is amiss.
Hold your hands together just like that, palm straight now. There you go.
My wedding ring is gone.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Chasey's rambling story will eventually become clearer, but it will also change frequently, leaving investigators with the complicated task of working out the truth. After being cleared by paramedics, Chasey exits the ambulance and is escorted back to the police vehicle.
I just sore
What are you sore from?
from falling. I fell.
While you're running?
Chasey claims that after she heard a shot and saw her husband slumped over in the driver's seat of her Jeep, she ran and tripped, falling in a mud puddle. She believes this is where her wedding ring, shoes, and phone were. It's also why she abruptly hung up when calling 911. She claims that she couldn't find the phone after she fell. Chasey then gives the investigator some background information about her marriage to Robert, who is 18 years
Yo,
her
I'm
senior.
locked. Wait.
We've been having problems, and he's contacted an attorney to get a divorce, and I was okay with that. We've been married 6 years, almost 7 years, and he.
Yo, what if she's acting? Okay, boom. Parlay time. Time for everybody to cash in their parlays, predictions for what they think's gonna happen. Here's what I think. I think she set this nigga up. I don't think she shot the nigga, but I think she planned for that nigga to get shot. Because why? The fact that she hit a curb and randomly went 3 miles down this random road, right? Boom. She called the husband to come help her. Nigga gets shot. No trace, no gun, nothing. She's there hyperventilating. She called the police, hung up, and now half of her things are missing, but there's no robbery. And I think due to the divorce, she hired somebody to come blick that nigga. Because she's insane. And now she's slick acting to try to make it seem like you know what I'm saying, either innocent or maybe like she can plead fucking insanity at some point, maybe, I don't know. But I feel like she planned this shit. This is planned out. Because there's no way she's 3 miles randomly down some random road that she didn't mean to turn down and hit a curb. How do you hit a curb and go 3 miles down a random road? That's not a road that you're supposed to go through. But you had the GPS. But the GPS wasn't... Whatever the hell she said about the GPS.
He said that he wasn't going to throw his stuff out anymore.
Cash in the
He just wanted me
parlays.
to come home. And I told him that was fine. He said he didn't want to get divorced, and I told him I didn't want to either. I love him. He's a pain in the but I love him.
The officer asks where
If he
she'd
said
been
he
coming
didn't want to
from
get
before
divorced,
her
why
Jeep got stuck in the ditch,
did he
and she
file for
called
divorce?
Robert to help her move it. Tracy says she'd been at a friend's house, but there's more to this story than she admits at first.
Whose house was that?
Michael Garcia. Michael Garza.
Michael Garza?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you known him?
For I don't know, 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
Is he like a boyfriend or
Hold
just
on
friend?
now.
He was letting me. He told me that I could stay at his house.
He was busting them doonies down,
And
nigga.
How old is he?
He was busting them doonies down, got jealous.
In his 30s?
Yeah.
He got jealous
I don't know.
that she still wants to be with him after
This
the
claim
divorce.
about
He
Michael Garza
he wants a shot with the shorty. He knows he's going through a divorce. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna be Captain Save-A-Ho, blick the husband for her ass. And she's stuck in like a love triangle because she want to be with this nigga, but she wants to stay with the husband. And then this nigga's like, I'm gonna take that hit for you. And she's trying to play it off so he doesn't take the fall.
is just the tip of the iceberg, as investigators will soon realize.
I'm cracking this shit.
As the crime
Minute by
scene is
minute, I'm
locked
cracking
down,
this shit.
JC is transported to the police station to give her statement about the horrific events of the night.
Okay.
Yeah, my feet are hurt from being barefoot.
Why were you barefoot again?
Let me get this door. There you go.
Just after 2 a.m., JC is brought in. Into an interrogation room, and it's here that the real work of uncovering the twisted truth begins.
All right, let's get it. We here now.
Officer, I this great chair. I understand that Officer Meek read you the Miranda rights and everything out there in the field. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never been in a situation before, so I don't know if it's best if I get an attorney or not.
Okay. Well, you're not under arrest.
Okay.
Okay. You're not free to leave because we're still trying to figure out what all happened.
Damn, I'm hot now.
Okay.
JC is left alone for a few minutes, and she seems to finally take a look at the mud and blood covering her arms. When the detective returns, JC begins to tell him about the problem she was having with Robert. She claims it first came to a head about 2.5 years ago.
What did those issues kind of consist of?
He became real violent towards me.
Okay.
There was a couple times that he broke one of my phones in the house.
God damn, strong ass nigga.
Go through the phone bill and just call a bunch of numbers.
What the fuck was you doing for him to break phones in
I
half?
made cakes, and he would call everybody that was on the phone bill to see who they were.
As it turns out, Robert had actually filed for divorce previously, 2.5 years ago.
God damn.
The couple decided to split up, and JC moved out of the house to live with her.
Oh,
The problem
they got a
was
daughter,
the divorce
bro.
papers stipulated that she couldn't take her daughter with her. This was one of the reasons the couple decided to reconcile, because JC didn't want to leave her daughter. According to JC, after getting back together, their relationship had been fine until recently, when Robert filed for divorce again. The couple's 6-year-old daughter had actually come up earlier that night when JC was talking to Officer Meek in the back of the police vehicle.
The last couple days we've been fighting.
Okay. What do y'all fight over?
Anything. He could be my daughter. He's trying to take my daughter away from me, and he keeps telling me he knows the loopholes. She's the only kid I could ever have, and she's everything to me.
Right.
My daughter's my world.
Why would your husband be trying to take your daughter from you, though? Like, what reason did he
Because
give you?
he knows that that's what's going to hurt me the most, and he knows that's what's going to make me stay.
Despite claiming that her daughter was her world, Chasey had no idea where her daughter was when she made that statement.
What?
She'd left her with some of Michael Garza's friends, who were currently trying to find her in order to return her daughter. Earlier that evening, the friends had actually driven to Chasey and Robert's house, but found it empty. As they were returning home, they saw the commotion of emergency lights around the crime scene and decided to stop and speak to police. Chasey's daughter is in the back of their vehicle as they discuss Michael Garza and Chasey with Officer Meek.
Yeah, they were supposed to be going on a date. I was watching the daughter.
Is that why you kept her?
Yeah,
child?
that's why I have her.
Okay.
And she was like, because she tried to get me to drop her off at somebody's house down the street, and I was like, I'm not doing that.
No, that's good. You did good.
Police soon contacted Chasey's mom and stepdad to come and pick up their granddaughter.
Hello,
Jay Harper.
Officer Meek. We got your granddaughter up here in the suburban here. This was the babysitter. Hey, let's step up here out of the road. All right, here's they were babysitting your granddaughter today, okay? Because your daughter, your daughter had them babysit their daughter so she could go spend the evening with a boyfriend, and that's what we got right now. But so your granddaughter's fine. We just need somebody to take custody of the granddaughter because your daughter's actually being detained right now for our.
The parlay looking good.
Anything else about the investigation? All I can tell you is she is being detained at this.
Tell us if she's physically okay.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Has there been an accident?
I can't tell you anything else. All I can tell you is she's perfectly fine, breathing and everything, talking to us and everything, but she's being detained.
That's Cap. Perfectly fine breathing. That was one of the things, of the many things, that she was not just now. She was okay. She didn't look hurt. Breathing was the one thing that she was not fucking
At
doing.
this time, per our investigation.
Is her spouse, Robert?
I can't give you any other information about her.
That's kind of uncomfortable, officer.
I understand that.
Desperate for answers, they begin quizzing Michael's friends about the situation.
I don't know anything about what's going on except I was asked about her on God's daughter's county days.
Michael Garza. Mikey Garza? I don't know who Michael Garza is. What do we do from here?
Just go home, and then whenever everything's figured out, then we'll make phone calls, or she'll be able to make phone calls, or whatever else here in a few minutes. But right now, it's a active investigation, so I can't tell you anything else.
Chasey's mom and stepdad will eventually speak to her, but for now, they take her 6-year-old daughter home with them. Back in her interrogation, Chasey explains that because there were problems in her relationship with Robert again, she'd started talking to Michael Garza, who she met on Facebook. This is only a partial truth.
I met Michael Garcia through Facebook.
Michael Garcia?
Garza, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why I always do that. We were just friends. That's it. Robert.
Is there anybody named Garcia? Did I just disassociate? How are you confusing Garcia and Garza?
Robert knows that.
And why do you always do that?
Somebody he doesn't know who.
Is she?
While she's now claiming that her and Michael Garza were mostly just friends, she said something very different about them hanging out earlier this evening.
What I say, bruh? That boy Michael is giving them. Come on now, behind the scenes. I know how. Bro, I know, bruh. I already knew it, bruh. You can hear it in how she's saying. It's like, my friend, it's just, my friend. No, bro. You and your nigga was having problems, and then you hit on Michael Garza, and he was giving you that garbanzo bean. That like, come on now. I know how this shit goes.
Did y'all like have a date? Was it date night?
No, we just hung out. We had sex, obviously.
Okay.
Garza said. What is you talking about? The long strokes.
Well, no, not obviously. I'm asking. I need you to tell me, okay?
Yes.
So y'all had sex.
Yes.
And how long were you over there?
Oh, shit.
2 hours.
2 hours. Have y'all ever had sex prior to this?
Yes. What's before?
Where at?
In his truck.
In his truck?
Yes.
And so
Chat. Tell me the parlay not good. Tell me the parlay not good. Damn, I moved the whole camera giving them back shots, bitch. God damn. Alright, let's go ahead and let's put that back. But nah, in the truck though. Oh yeah. That nigga definitely did it.
So now y'all have had sexual relations twice.
He did it, and she knows he did it, but doesn't want to snitch. Cause she knows she's fucked. But she knows if she snitches, he's fucked. But she also didn't want him to do that.
It's tonight being the second time, right?
Yes.
And your husband wasn't aware of any of this?
No.
Okay.
In interrogation, Chasey shares an anecdote about what sparked one of her and Robert's recent fights.
And he kept asking me who came to the house, and I kept telling him I didn't know who came to the house. I received a text message probably about 2 weeks ago from a number, and I didn't know who it was. And I told Robert about it. I sent him screenshots, and so it kind of sparked a little argument. And he kept telling me that if I didn't tell him who it was, that he was going to kick me out.
While Chasey doesn't reveal the significance of this seemingly offhand story, it will later become crucial to understanding what was really going on.
I had a past, he has hit me over the years, not like constantly, but there's been occasions whether he gets mad at his ex-wife and I get it taken out on me, but I never.
What?
I never pressed charges because I didn't want him to lose his job.
Okay.
And his job is really important to him.
Though Chasey mentions Robert's ex-wife Amy, she doesn't go into detail about the turbulence between the two of them. Robert and Amy had been married for 20 years, but divorced when she discovered he was cheating on her with Chasey. Back in her interrogation, Chasey explains that she and Robert had been fighting for a few days, including the night before Robert was shot.
I got home and Robert just kept calling me names.
Okay.
He kept telling me that I was and he just felt like I was and all these other things, and
Now pause. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? I feel like anybody that cheats is a whore. Now, if you're in a relationship with Robert, married, but y'all are arguing or not, did you not just say you was getting them Michael Meyer back shots? If the shoe fit, I'm just saying. He said he found a size 8 shoe, and you know what I'm saying? It's like he wears size 9, you wear size 8, and I'm just saying, like, he called you a whore, but you were cheating. So I mean, 2, 4, you know what I'm saying? Like, the math is kind of mathing. Just me, chat? I'm just saying. The math is kind of mathing.
You're being a right now. I said, I'm not going to sit here and listen to it. I said, I'm just going to go. I said, I don't care if I have to go get a hotel room or if I have to go to my mom's. I said, but I'm not going to listen to it.
Oh, she a gaslighter. She knows she was going to Michael's. He called you a whore. She said, I don't got to listen to this right now. I'm about to go to my mommy. Psych, I'm about to go get them Michael strokes. Come on. She a hoe.
And I started putting those scrubs in the bag, and he told me that if I left, not to come back.
Despite this, Chasey had returned to the house later that night, and by Friday morning, the day Robert was shot, their turbulent relationship took another turn just as she was leaving for work.
But as I was walking out, he said, I hope you know that I still love you, and I still want you here. So I asked him if we could talk today.
While Chasey says that she and Robert had planned to talk about how they would stay together, she told other people something quite different. Michael's friends, who'd been taking care of Chasey's daughter the night Robert was shot, later spoke with police, and what they shared opposed Chasey's claim.
And she told him that she was going to go meet up with her husband because he finally said that he would sign divorce papers.
while Chasey fully admits to spending time with Michael Garza before meeting up with her husband. When asked about who she was texting and calling while at Michael's house, she leaves out crucial details about a third man, one which complicates...
Another one? She said... She can't stop! There's another one? Another one, bro. Get her gone.
Story even further.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. She about to sell my parlay. There's too many factors. I don't know who killed this nigga now. There's like 45 niggas. She can't stop hopping to man me. This love parallelogram, dead ass. We doing geometry out this bitch.
So you never spoke to anybody, you never called anybody, you never texted anybody other than Robert?
I was texting my friend Brad. He asked how it was going, I think I said, oh, it's going. Like.
What is your relationship with Brad?
We're just friends.
Okay.
You said that about Michael though. But y'all fucked, obviously.
17. No, I was younger than that.
Okay.
He's a friend of my dad's.
Okay. Have you ever been intimate with Brad?
No.
Okay, so you've never had sex with Brad in any way? Okay.
Brad eventually came in to speak with police, and what he revealed flipped everything Chasey just claimed on its head. The two had started talking on Facebook around May 2016, about 5 months earlier. This means that her relationship with Brad overlapped with the one she had with Michael. Unlike...
They got a fucking chart for this bitch. Are you dead ass? What is this dot right here? I swear to God if it's another one. Or is it just this year? Okay, I think it's just... Yo, they got a diagram for the meat that this bitch is catching, bro. She was getting 3 dicks from May to September. That's a lot of fucking meat. That meat mileage is going the fuck up. Are we dead ass?
Like what she told Michael, though, Chasey had claimed to Brad that she'd been divorced since 2014.
I was with Chasey at least 6 days a week, probably 7.
Now, when you say with Chasey, was it just a hangout, or was that for sex, or?
Well, it was, a lot of it was for sex.
It's clear that Chasey is leaving out a lot about her relationship with Brad, begging the question, what else is she not being honest about? Brad will eventually reveal even more of Chasey's secrets, including a twisted plan for the night Robert was shot. He's also not the only person to come forward about her illicit love life. For now, though, the detective speaking with Chasey asks her to go over Robert's shooting again. She repeats the same story she already told officers at the scene. This detective, however, isn't buying it.
I'm having a hard time with the fact that somebody, with you being 5 feet away, would shoot your husband and then just not even, would let you into the vehicle, not mess with you at all.
No, that's what I'm telling you. When I was away, there was someone standing right there.
She is a bop.
Coming up to me. But I just kept on running.
Okay. How close were they standing to the vehicle?
I don't know.
Okay, you're saying that there's somebody there. Obviously, they're close enough to shoot your husband.
I didn't see anybody standing there.
Earlier, though, when talking to Officer Meek, Chasey had claimed that she actually did see someone.
There was a man.
There was a man?
Yes.
Did you see what the man was wearing?
No, his dark. No, my headlights were shining. He was wearing dark clothes. He wasn't as tall as you. I know.
Here's the problem with this, okay? From what you're saying, the blood splatter on your arm, the description that you're giving, it doesn't add up.
I didn't shoot my husband.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying that you might be more involved in what you're letting off.
I don't know how.
You keep talking about how you want to protect your daughter, you want to be with your daughter. Playing this role is not going to help you.
I'm not playing any role, that's the thing.
Look, your story does not add up with the evidence that's there.
Okay, but I feel like I'm being backed in the corner and I haven't done anything.
I'm not saying you have. I'm just saying your story doesn't add up. there needs to be more information, and you're not providing it.
I don't know what
The streak right there on your arm is a blood splatter. Okay, you see how it splatters up your arm?
Yes,
that is not from.
I was not next to him. I was not next to him. When I touched him, I had blood running down my arm, and then I fell into a mud puddle.
That's obvious. I'm not denying that. We've had your phone in the water. I believe that happened.
How the fuck did they find that?
Here's my thing. You're saying that somebody just randomly killed your husband out in the middle of the field, okay, who then allows you to get into this vehicle, stop the vehicle, touch your husband, allow you to run past this guy, and never bother you. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
It seems that investigators had their suspicions
investigator
from the first moment
I'm thinking
they
the
saw
same
Robert's
shit.
body, as the responding deputy's dash cam audio reveals.
That's why I secured her. I got my doors locked and everything. Nobody can get her out.
Chasey also didn't help diminish any suspicion when Officer Meek came to speak with her while she was sitting in the back of a police vehicle at the crime scene.
Hey, Miss Pointer. I got some forms here I'd like you to read and fill out, if you will, okay? Basically, what they are is they're just consent to searches. So basically saying that we're allowed to look at your phone and look in your purse and look at your residence and that kind of stuff, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Do I need an attorney or anything? I mean, am I in trouble?
I've read you your rights, and you understood your rights, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. If you would like to speak to an attorney, that's totally up to you.
Okay. I don't know. I've never. I don't know.
No, it's fine. Listen to me. Would you like me to read you your rights again?
No, I heard you first, but
okay.
I don't know. I've never been in trouble before.
No, and I'm not saying you're in trouble.
I know.
Make no mistake.
I don't know.
We're doing an investigation right now because we're trying to find out what happened. That's all we're doing, okay?
That's fine.
So you tell me. Are you willing to fill my paperwork out or no? Yes or no? It's up to you.
That's fine. I don't know. I don't know if it's. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I don't have anything to hide.
Okay.
After a bit more hesitation, Chasey signed the consent.
The bitch think this Among Us? That was so. Lock this bitch up. Lock her up. Lock her up. She's an accomplice.
She had a lot to hide, though she denied it while in interrogation.
I don't know what else you want to tell you. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know who pulled the trigger.
See, I think you do, and that's the problem.
No, I don't. I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
Don't want you to tell me the truth.
I'm telling you the truth. I don't know who pulled the trigger. I don't know anything.
Look, the way your husband was killed, somebody was right next to him.
I wasn't right next to him.
You were within 5 feet of where he died.
I wasn't right next to him.
Your own admission of where you were standing, you were within 5 feet of this man being murdered, and you're saying you didn't see anything, you didn't see anybody standing there.
No.
I don't buy it. I think you're full of crap. I want you to tell me the truth. I want you to tell me who pulled the trigger.
Yes, yo, press this bitch. Press her ass. That's what yo, thank you. Because what is she saying? She just yapping.
I would, but I want to know who did. And I do not believe you that you do not know.
I don't know.
I think you're full of crap.
I don't know who pulled the trigger. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't. I did not.
Dead ass.
I don't know who killed my husband. I don't know. I don't want him dead. I don't. I wanted our family to be normal again. That's all I wanted. I don't know who pulled the trigger. I really don't.
Okay, I don't believe you. It's that simple.
The detective then begins to develop a theory, asking Chasey if she ever vented to Michael Garza about her problems with Robert. She admits that she did.
He knows he's hit me before because he saw the bruises on my arms, and that was probably a week or two ago. I've got bruises on the back of my legs. I've got random bruises from Robert. It could just be him grabbing me. He's done this to me for 7 years. There's been times that he will get upset and he'll grab me by the hair and he'll slam my head up against the window. I don't know why. I know I can be a pill to deal with, and I know that.
Michael wasn't the only man Chasey made these kinds of allegations to. She also made similar claims to Brad, the other man she was seeing.
She told me that he would drag her around. I asked her over and over and over. I said, "Why don't you go to the police, Chasey?" And she would tell me that he would kill her.
Along with this,
how's it
Tracy
going?
had
We
also
chilling.
told
We just
Brad
watching
about
this
an
little, you know what I'm
incident with
saying?
Robert,
This little
one that casts
true
a different
crime.
light on the current situation.
We got the ultimate Bob that is allegedly behind this murder of her own husband.
She pointed a gun at him that time. I think she said he told her that there's something about they'll carry her out in a body bag, and Chasey told me that she told him,
you having a good night,
gang? You out in a body bag.
Well, she hasn't admitted.
She told me that she told him, no, they'll carry you out in a body bag.
While she hasn't admitted to it, Chasey has been keeping another secret. She wasn't just cheating on Robert with Michael and Brad, but also a third man named Sean. Just like the others, she told him.
Now, here's what I'm gonna say, right, chat? Here's what I'm gonna say. I do not, under any circumstance, right? I do not. What's the OnlyFans link? Bro, I got you, bro. Trailer Park Trees 1, 2, 3, 4. You feel me? Yo, so, bro, I'm talking about 49 niggas. 49 niggas. What the fuck? What town did they say they were in? Bro, I do not condone domestic violence of any sort, okay? I'm not condoning with what I'm about to say. But I believe that it is very obvious why her husband was beating her ass. I don't condone it. I'm just saying. This is the the third, fourth nigga? Yo. What the fuck?
About her alleged issues with Robert. Chasey had met Sean at a firefighter event before they started talking on Facebook. He eventually came forward and spoke with police, claiming that he and Chasey had been seeing each other for around 7 months, from September 2015.
Oh, perfect. You asked what happened at the perfect time. Boom. This is a quick rundown. YouTube, we're doing a quick little summary halfway in. This halftime entertainment. Boom. Robert is Shorty's husband. Apparently, they were getting in the middle of a divorce and settling their relationship, but the Shorty, this same night, yeah, this is the meat mock-up diagram. You feel me? The meat mock-up. So boom. Michael is the nigga that she went on a date with, or on the way to the date, the night that her husband died. But what happened was, she claims that she hit a curb and veered off to this dark alleyway type road on the way to the date, and she called up Robert to come help her. Boom. Robert, her husband, pulls up. Boom, a nigga pow the nigga right to the cranium, headshot, extra damage, UAV activated, kill streak. You know what I'm saying? Kill streak acquired. Boom. Now, during the investigation, they're realizing that Michael was not the only nigga that she's been having an affair with. We first found out about Brad. Now, Brad is called up to, I guess she's been venting to Michael and Brad about Robert, because Robert has been beating on whatchamacallit. Now, mind you, to the police this entire time, she keeps lying about who she's been having these relations with. She lied about Michael, then we found out that they've been having sex. We don't know who killed who yet, because at first I thought it was Michael, until they start bringing out all types of meat. There's so much meat, I don't know which meat I don't know which clapper clapped her husband, bruh. Deadass. I don't know.
July 2016.
It's so much.
This time period overlapped with her relationships with both Brad and Michael.
She told me on a couple of occasions that he, would put hands on her or, threaten her. Threaten to divorce her and take her kid and everything, stuff like that. But, she basically painted him to be a monster. Well, she had said that
somebody be like me in the deli is crazy. Listen, that's crazy.
grabbed her and was physical with her, and there wouldn't be anything. You know, no finger marks on the arm, nothing around the throat. You know,
don't tell me she was capping about the.
Chasey had made a concerning comment to Sean.
There were times that she would say, you know, she wished she died in a fire. Or
excuse me?
Stuff like that.
Wishing a firefighter would die in a fire is insane.
In her interrogation, the detective continues to try and pry the
wishing a
truth out of
firefighter
Chasey.
would die in a interrogation.
So let me ask you this.
Thank you, other monitor. Appreciate that.
Set up that Mikey had done to get him out of the way so y'all could be together?
No.
Was this something that he had done to, I guess, retaliate to protect you? I guess Robert.
That I don't know. That I really don't know. At one point I told him, I said, I don't have any way out. I'm just gonna throw my hands up.
Damn, hold on, pause. Because I'm really starting to believe she doesn't know who killed her husband. She didn't fuck the whole town. Any one of these niggas could be jealous. Why is it looping every second? Why is what looping? She her story keeps looping because she keeps thinking of other niggas. Me? I'm looping? Am I?
Just stay with him. I told him this a couple days ago. I told him I've been with him for almost 7 years. What's the rest of the time until he gets older? And he said he shouldn't have to live like that. He would tell me he was going to come over and basically just beat him up, is what he was telling me.
Like he was?
Yes. And I kept telling him, there's no need for that. It's fine.
Oh, try refreshing.
And I kept telling him, I don't want you involved. That's what I told him.
Okay.
Try to refresh the stream. It might be a Twitch thing.
I think Mikey's involved in this. Okay.
I originally thought that was my parlay.
I go so far as to say that you probably didn't have any knowledge of his actions. Okay.
I also said that.
I would hope to God that he wouldn't have done that. I mean, he knew that Robert and I were having problems. He knew that I wanted to try to work things out. And just like tonight.
Well, so
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You say you wanted to work things out. You had sex with him tonight, even though you wanted to work things out. You probably told him you loved him. He has already told you within 3 months that he loved you, which is pretty quick.
Yes.
I'd say that
he told me tonight.
Obsession. He's already said that he would do violent things for you. I believe that you saw Mikey do this, you panicked, and that's the way you went, which is why you are unscathed in this. Somebody that just cold-blooded murders somebody, okay, does not let another witness just leave.
I didn't see anybody, but if I had to guess from things that he said to me before, I would say it was him.
That's not good enough. That is not good enough.
Made comments
parlay good, nigga. Parlay good. Mikey did that shit. I knew it. Now, despite it was before 45 and a half other niggas meets were involved. You feel me? But the parlay good, nigga. Give me my money, nigga. Hold on, I'm celebrating early. Hold on, because facts fucking Sean might hit a buzzer beater in this bitch.
That's not good enough. You're 5 feet away. 5 feet. You are this table length distance away. Somebody taking a shotgun, pushing it right up against your husband's head. Boom!
No.
Boom! So you're telling me you see nothing? You see nothing.
There was nobody standing next to him.
W investigator, bro.
There was nobody standing next to him.
Following this confrontation, Chasey's story changes dramatically.
Don't lie to me. You're going to take a fall for this. You're never going to see your daughter again. Okay?
That's insane. She said, boom!
You saw it.
I didn't see him.
Then how do you know he did it?
I did. He had a box of gloves sitting on his kitchen table. A box of rubber gloves. He had a camo shirt sitting there next to it. He had a camo gun. I don't know what it was. I don't know anything.
They've been scrambling for lies.
She now adds another element, notably something she hasn't mentioned until now.
He has told me that his family is part of Mexican mafia.
Who did?
Excuse me?
And that he can make people disappear.
So Mikey told you that he can make people disappear.
Yeah. You're dating a nigga in the Mexican mafia, sure.
Somewhat unsurprisingly, this new version
and he can
contradicts
make
something
niggas
Chasey said
disappear,
earlier
sure.
about Michael while sitting in the back of a police cruiser at the crime scene.
Do you ever make any type of threats towards your husband or anything like that?
Nothing.
Now, though, Chasey is painting a very different picture of Michael.
And I kept telling him that I felt like if I got too far into this and I did something to piss him off, that I was going to be the one to disappear. And I even said that to him tonight because he kept saying, I don't want him hitting you.
Now I think you're just trying to get me to shut up, and you're saying something that you think I want to hear.
I don't know if he did it though.
Okay.
But from what he had sitting on the table and the comments that he kept making, that's what I was going for. I told him, I said I was going to go to dinner with Robert, and he kept saying, well, if I find out where you're at, I'm going to show up. And he said,
wait, pause.
Whoa. He said, I'm going to cut his lips off.
Excuse me?
This was tonight.
I thought she was going to dinner with...
side of the story, though, was about to prove harder than expected.
I thought she was going to dinner with Michael.
The same day as Chasey's interview.
There's so many niggas. I don't know what's going on.
With Texas Rangers and Rockwall SWAT.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Sometime after Robert's death.
Whoa, wait. A flashback.
Interview. Investigators decide to raid Michael's house with Texas Rangers and Rockwall SWAT after hearing that he'd returned there sometime after Robert's death.
God, what the fuck? They flashbanging this nigga?
Despite the effort, there's no sign of Michael inside the residence or in his truck.
Here's some more camo and black clothing.
Why would you have a camera system and it facing the wall?
Oh.
Unless you have someone here you didn't want people to see.
Yeah.
The hunt for Michael will continue. So for now, investigators make Chasey's version of events. After a quick trip to the bathroom, the detective continues questioning Chasey, and it seems like the break gave her time to think, because when they start up again, she has an entirely new series of events to share, now claiming that she actually did see Michael standing at the side of the Jeep.
When I took off running, he pushed.
Mikey pushed you?
He pushed me down, and that's when I dropped my phone. And my phone was right in front of me, and the screen was lit up. I don't know how y'all can do it. If y'all can, the call was ended. He picked up my phone, he ended the call, and he threw it down in front of me, and I was on my hands and knees in the mud, and I couldn't find it.
Though she'd been claiming up until now that she dropped her phone in the mud puddle, causing the 911 call to end, when authorities first arrived, Chasey slipped up.
The guy took it. I don't have it. He's on my phone.
Does this slip-up indicate that she's now finally telling the truth about what happened to her phone, and Michael took it from her? Or is this all still an elaborate lie?
I didn't want him dead. There was,
But you just didn't want him, you didn't want to be with him anymore.
No, I wanted to. I wanted us to work things out.
Despite this claim, Chasey had slipped up again while at the crime scene.
So your husband knew Mr. Garza?
No. And that's why we've been having problems. I didn't want to be married anymore.
Chasey's text messages also reveal another side to her story. When texting Sean, the third man she was seeing, about hers and Robert's relationship, Chasey wrote, "I only have one way out of this, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. And I hate him so much, more than I've ever hated anything in my life." If that wasn't clear enough, she also told him that I would be better off with him gone, benefits and can't lose custody. Chasey's lies continue to pile up, and there are still many more to be exposed. After hearing her latest story, the detective leaves Chasey alone again.
Can't get his face off my head.
Here's what I want you to
Which one? Which one of the 40 niggas can't you get out of your head,
I
bro?
want you to write out.
Ooh, I need names.
Okay.
I need ID cards.
And information.
I don't know who the fuck we're talking about anymore.
Okay. I want you to take your time. I want you to write it out. And remember, if you lie on here, it's against the law. Okay. Charges can come to you if you lie. Okay. Just know this is also your opportunity to, after we talk to Mikey and he tries to throw you under the bus, because I guarantee you he will, this is your one opportunity to get all the truth out there.
After filling out 5 pages for her statement, the officer reviews it and then confronts Chasey with what he's...
Now, that is some exquisite penmanship, I will say. That's nice. That's nice. I can appreciate some good penmanship.
Discovered while he was out of the room.
Still a tree,
catching her in yet another lie. The area where she said her vehicle had become stuck didn't have any trees big enough for it to be trapped.
A four-wheel drive Jeep like that would not get stuck where you're saying it got stuck.
No,
I didn't even think of that.
I told him that I went off the road, and that's what I called to tell him.
This is another direct contradiction to what Chasey said at the scene.
Where was it stuck? In the front, in the rear, the side?
It was in the front.
Okay.
There's a branch, and I couldn't get it to back up over it.
Okay.
And it was hung, and there was tree branches on the inside.
Was it across the road, or was it on the side?
No, it's in the ditch. I went off into the ditch.
Okay.
All I can see is...
You haven't seemed upset. You haven't... I don't know, it's almost been like just a blank slate, like almost like you prepared for this.
Hearing this and perhaps
the pum pum is
realizing that
Eve
she
for
isn't going to
everyone,
be able
dead
to
ass.
sell this story, Chasey once again adjusts the details, now saying that when Robert threatened to kick her out of the house, she asked Michael what they could do, and she claims he said he would have someone kill him or he would do it.
The last thing he told me was, if I do this, you're going to be right there and you're going to watch it. And I told him I didn't want to. First, he told me that he wanted me to meet him in Dallas to talk. And he kept saying that he wanted me to bring him as far into Dallas as he could, or as I could, because he wanted to make it look like a robbery.
According to Chasey's latest version, Michael had planned to burn Robert's truck and the clothes he was wearing in order to cover up the evidence. However, that didn't happen, and so they went with a new plan. Chasey admits that she drove down the rural road, went into the ditch, and called Robert to come to the spot where Michael told her to stop. Now that she finally seems to be closer to the truth, Chasey goes over the shooting once again.
Robert had pulled the Jeep out. And I heard the move. He didn't even have time to react. And he shot. Oh my God. He shot him. I told him to stop.
You're screaming at Michael to stop?
Yes. I wanted him to know what it's like to be bullied all the time. He's probably knows how worthless I am. I'm a bad mom. I'm not a bad mom.
Even though it seems like Chasey has finally begun to divulge the truth, there's another element that she has withheld from all versions of her story.
This bitch still lying.
To speak with detectives, he revealed that around the time of the shooting, he was actually in contact with Chasey.
Whenever I said I talked to Chasey about 10 o'clock at night, it was not obvious of a murder, but she told me she was at the hospital.
Chasey made the call to 911 at 10:48 p.m., meaning that Chasey was on the phone with Brad just before the shooting. To explain the time she was spending with Robert, one of the other men she was seeing, Chasey had told Brad that her grandfather was sick and was visiting him in the hospital. She even told him that he'd passed away that evening.
Wait.
48 p.m., meaning that Chasey was on the phone with Brad. Chasey made the call to 911 at 10:48 p.m., meaning that Chasey was on the phone with Brad just before the shooting. To explain the time she was spending with Robert or one of the other men she was seeing, Chasey had told Brad that her grandfather was sick and was visiting him in the hospital. She even told him that he'd passed away that evening.
She's flawed. She's flawed than a bitch. She's flawed. She was on the phone with Brad and her scapegoat was that she was at the hospital because her grandfather died. You lied about your family dying, bitch? Lock this hoe up, bro. Lock her ass up. Lock her up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Let's say she didn't have nothing to do with this killing shit. Again, I don't condone domestic violence. I do not condone it at any point. But why are you surprised Mishka Mushka? Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Yo! You got 48.37 niggas. And your husband whooping your ass calling you ain't shit and you mad cause you cheating? But then he wants a divorce and you don't want him to divorce you. This is crazy. What the fuck? I'm not saying he's right. But if you get with an abuser and you cheat on a nigga with 45 niggas, I mean, like, what do you kind of expect to happen? Like,
I even got messages showing she was on her way to my house when there was all this.
What?
But I thought she was leaving the hospital.
Brad now suspects that JC had planned for him to be her alibi for the time of Robert's shooting, as she was supposed to stay the night with him. For now, the detective makes do with the current story he has from Chasey.
I'm going to do this again. Okay? Write out everything that happened in this time, everything that you told me. Okay? When I was talking about the emotions, this is one of the emotions that I think you're truly being sincere about.
He made me feel like all the time. But when he wasn't being he pushed me to be a better person.
Chasey is left alone to once again write up a new statement.
Oh, don't start this hyperventilating shit again.
During his interview, Brad posited a theory that Chasey may have had ulterior motives when telling him about Robert allegedly hurting her.
Why would she show me this gun aware? Why would she be telling me that he was abusive and this and that? I mean, either he was, or she was trying to get me to say, I'll help you. You know?
Brad would eventually share one more shocking story. The day after Chasey's interview, investigators are still looking for Michael and decide to speak with his mother and brother.
Damn, this nigga Michael fled the fucking country.
With him, okay? And the longer it goes, the more the hunt intensifies, if you will. You understand what I'm saying?
We have every intention that boy presenting himself to the police station.
I know, but listen to me. I'd like it to occur tonight, like this, within the next few hours. If y'all could get it to do it, we can promise his safety as long as he acts right. No harm will come to him. I can promise you that.
What we're after is for him to go in there, and then. I don't know. I don't know much. I don't know like the whole picture of the story. I know I didn't raise a boy that is evil like that.
Though Michael's family was sure he would turn himself in, he didn't, and so investigators continued their search for him. Chasey was left alone once she finished writing up her newest statement, but she will soon be joined by someone who throws a wrench in her allegations about Robert. Until then, it seems that Chasey has finally realized her lies have come crashing down around her.
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to stop beating up on me.
Chasey is eventually joined by her mother and her stepdad.
You know her physically? Can you tell us?
The truth. And it's been
what video I watched to set up OBS? I got you. I'll send it after stream. There's actually a bunch of other videos. It was a conglomerate, but.
Robert and I have been having problems again. And he's gonna kick me out. And then he's gonna take it from me again. I talked to Robert yesterday. I know. No. But he's still pushing me around. He's not pushing you around, Chase. Mama, you don't live there. You're not gonna yell at me, Chase. I'm not.
Chasey's own mother isn't the only one who has reservations about her claim that Robert hurt her. Chasey and Robert's neighbor later spoke with police, and she claimed to have spent a lot of time with the couple.
Well, I look at this and I look at, how she says that he was beating her and she just wanted him to be hurt. And I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. And all the times that we sat there, never once did she ever say anything to me about, you know, he's abusive or he did this. Never saw any bruises. Never. I mean, they seemed to be this happy couple.
She never shied away if he lifted his arm or anything like that.
Robert's ex-wife Amy also has her doubts about Chasey's allegations.
The ex-wife? They pulled out all the stops on this bitch.
Get physically abusive with her?
No. He stood there, and anytime we saw that she would lose it, he just stood there and took it, you know, because he was a big man. So I mean, it didn't really faze him, you know.
Okay. Was he ever physically abusive to you?
No.
Okay.
Never. If he got upset about something, he was more inclined to be quiet about, you know, and then bring it up later, at a later time. But no, he never was abusive. Never. I don't even remember him ever yelling or anything like that.
Robert's daughter, Nicole, also shared a story about a fight she witnessed between Chasey and Robert, casting further uncertainty on Chasey's claims.
They got into an argument, Dad and Chasey did.
Okay.
And she threw herself into a wall and said, you know, was trying to act like he was the one hurting her. But like, I visually watched her throw herself into the wall. And then start yelling about Robert, stop it. And he was like, what are you talking about? And it was very confusing.
Back in the interrogation room, Chasey attempts to plead with her mother and stepdad.
I didn't want him to kill. I just wanted I just wanted him to scare him. Oh, no.
You just wanted Michael Garza to scare Robert.
Stop it. You're hurting me.
Shirley, do you want to go out? Officer, can we get my wife out, please?
I yelled at him and I told him not to. I told him not to. And as I was walking up, he did it. I told him not to.
After Chasey's mom leaves the room, her stepdad attempts to get Chasey to see the big picture.
I need you to calm down so you don't physically get a heart attack or a stroke, okay? What's done is done. Now we got to try and work our way through the details and see what to do next, okay? There's nothing that I or your mother can do for you right now, okay?
Please.
We will. You know we will. You don't have to worry about that.
I don't.
We haven't told her anything.
After taking some time to calm herself down, Chasey's mother returns.
What?
You need to take care of yourself, Chasey. Boy, y'all need to do that for a guy.
Listen to me. You have got to tell the truth, Carol.
I did.
Okay.
I was so scared. I told him I did.
The only thing that's going to save you.
Though she's repeated her story countless times by now, when speaking with her mom, Chasey adds a new detail, this time about the location of her wedding ring.
You don't have any shoes or anything?
My shoes, he has my wedding ring.
Who?
My wedding ring.
Why?
Why did she keep hyperventilating like that?
My earrings and the wedding ring.
There seems to be a pattern for her. This is another departure from what Chasey claimed earlier.
My wedding ring is in that puddle.
Okay.
My wedding ring is in that puddle.
There's still one more element of this twisted story.
She loves that hyperventilating shit when she's fucking
an intricate
lying.
web of lies. Everything had started to fall apart in recent weeks. Just under 2 weeks before Robert's death, Brad decided to go to Chasey's house when she wasn't answering her phone. He'd been to the house many times before, and Chasey told him that she lived there alone with her daughter. He claimed to have never seen any sign of Robert until that night.
She answers the door in kind of a frantic way and is pushing me down the sidewalk. Like, opens the door, answers the door, and just kind of like shoving the back on. She said, Brad, he's here. Just get on going. I said, Chase, easy. I said, don't worry about whatever. She said, no, get going, Brad. He'll kill you or whatever. That's what she told me.
Earlier in her interrogation, Chasey made an offhand comment about Robert wondering who had come to the house. It seems that the person he was inquiring about had been Brad.
And he kept asking me who came to the house, and I kept telling him I didn't know who came to the house.
Despite Chasey's denials, it seems that Robert suspected Chasey was seeing other men. He'd even installed a security system inside the home to try and catch her. Robert's daughter actually spoke to him a few hours before his death, confirming that he'd planned to leave and take his and Chasey's daughter with him.
He was complaining, kind of, about her and how I guess the marriage was not really a marriage anymore. Like, she didn't sleep in the same bedroom, and you know,
on a piece of gum.
It wasn't sunshine and rainbows.
Sure.
And he said she was kind of nuts. And then he also told me that he was supposed to meet her that night so they could try to work things out.
I could hear it.
Like, you know, because he wanted a divorce, and he was going to try and take...
In the interrogation room, Chasey's mother struggles to come to terms with what her daughter has done.
It's bad. Why couldn't you come to us? No. I can't. Tracy, I love you for not keeping. I can't. He killed our Robert, Tracy. He killed our Robert.
Lock that bitch up.
I didn't want him to do it. I just wanted him to scare him and know that he would quit doing this to me. I don't want to hear it anymore.
You're an accomplice, bitch.
After her mother leaves, Chasey once again breaks down in tears, but she isn't left
You're an accomplice, bitch.
Champion.
Bye-bye. Hey. Goodbye.
Murder. You understand that?
Turn around, put your hands on your back. She's gonna pat you down, okay? Put your hands on your back.
Do you have anything on you? If you have anything on you, I don't, in you, and they find you at the jail, you could
The urge to cheat.
Just understand that, okay? The only thing is, I just have a phone battery. That's all I have.
Why the fuck do you have a phone battery?
I'm gonna look it on real light, okay?
The real light. Think you better.
Following Chasey's arrest, Michael Garza turned himself in 2 days after Robert was shot. If investigators hope to hear his version of events, they would be sorely disappointed.
How are you? How about yourself? Doing all right. My name's Michael Burke. I'm the detective from Roy City, okay? Quit staying up on me. Take handcuffs off of you.
As soon as the detective gets Michael's handcuffs off, he reads him his Miranda rights.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak. Tell me your side of the story, okay? We've already talked to Chasey. This is your opportunity to kind of say your side of the story, what happened, and we'll go from there. Speak with the attorney. Okay.
Michael Garza never did share his side of the story. However, some of his friends came forward and spoke with police, sharing what he apparently told them. They said that following Robert's shooting, Michael came directly to their house and made comments about up, and said that he was in big trouble. He also claimed that, quote, the set me up. In his version of events, Michael told his friends that Chasey asked him to go with her to meet her husband that night. He says he brought his shotgun and drove in Chasey's Jeep together. He claimed that as they drove, Chasey said they were just going to kill the... Michael said that he got scared, got out of the Jeep, and ran into the woods. He claimed that when he heard a gunshot, he then ran all the way back to Quinlan. His friends were skeptical of this story, especially because he added that he saw the police lights as they responded to Chasey's 911 call. Yet he'd apparently been running away at the time they would have arrived at the scene. As well, other evidence turned up. On October 17th, while harrowing a field near the back road where Robert was shot, a farmer came across something and immediately called the police.
Shotgun.
A camo shotgun.
The firearm wasn't the only discovery made in that field.
It's gonna hurt us because it's inside out.
A balaclava is also found abandoned nearby. With Chasey's confession and this evidence, Michael Garza was convicted of first-degree murder for the intentional use of a
parlay good. Fuck nigga cash it. What'd I tell y'all? I knew this nigga Michael did it, and I knew she conspiracized about it because she was getting that dick on the side, and he found out, and then she was just like, oh. Now, it wasn't for the exact reason I said this nigga got jealous, but the point of the matter is, this bitch conspiracized, and this nigga materialized bullets into the side of her husband's head. Parlay good. R.I.P. Robert, you ain't deserve that. She lied on your name. You're not an abuser. Allegedly. You're not an abuser. I knew it. And this bitch is just a dirty little fucking
Sentenced
ooh,
to 99.
she's just ooh, penis. Ooh, another one. Ooh. She was bouncing all around the fucking town. 4 niggas. All 4 of your niggas snitched on your ass. So the box had to be trash. Yo, see, bro?
Years in prison. Chasey Pointer, on the other hand, was convicted of first-degree murder for intentionally causing Robert's death and sentenced to life in prison.
Now that's what I call an ending. Justice for Robert. Good shit. That was a fantastic story. That was amazing. Yo. Like, that's literally what happened. My husband wants a divorce while I was cheating on him, and then somebody just magically came and killed him when he tried to take my daughter. Like, bro, I knew off rip. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, bruh. That hyperventilating shit didn't even seem real. Dead ass. Yo, W video, man.